Hi everyone, today in Integrated Math 2 we're going to go over Chapter 6, Lesson 1. Here are the objectives. Make sure you write them down in your notes. Alright, so let's go over Theorem 6.1. This is called the triangle angle sum theorem. So what this is saying is that we have, for every triangle we have three angles. In this case we have angle A, angle B, and angle C. All of these angles measure up to be 180 degrees. All triangles equal 180 degrees. Then we have Theorem 6.2, Exterior Angles Theorem. This says the measure of an exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the measures of the two remote interior angles. So when I'm talking about remote interior angles, I'm talking about angles A and angle B here. These are the angles farthest away from my exterior angle. So notice it's not going to be the one right here that it's closest to. It's the farther ones. And this one here is exterior angle because it's the outside. Remember exterior, think about outside. Exterior of your car is outside of your car. So what we're saying in this theorem is that if we have the measure of angle A plus the measure of angle B, it is the same as the measure of angle 1. Then we have a couple corollaries. For the triangle angle sums corollaries. 6.1, the acute angles of a right triangle are complementary. So for this example, we're saying if angle C is a right triangle, which in this case it is, then A and B are complementary. 6.2 says there can be at most one right or obtuse angle in the triangle. So for our example, we have if angle L is right or an obtuse angle, then we know that angle J and angle K must be acute angles. And this just goes back to that we know all triangles add up to 180 degrees, so it's very particular on certain things that can be within those degrees for the triangles. Alright, so let's go over example 1. We want to find the measure of each of the numbered angles. So we have to find out the measure of angle 1 and the measure of angle 2. Well, if I'm looking here, I can see that in order to find the measure of angle 2, I see, well, I know this whole Q is 90 degrees. So I can say that the measure of PQR, so let's write that, measure of angle PQR is equal to, let's take it in pieces, PQS, measure of angle PQS, plus the measure of angle SQR. Alright, so let's put our information that we know together. The measure of angle PQR is 90 degrees. That's indicated by this little box here. Let's plug in 90 degrees. Is equal to the measure of PQS. PQS, well, we know that one is 51 degrees. So plug that in. Plus the measure of angle SQR, which is also the measure of angle 2. So let's replace that. Then, well, we're trying to solve for the measure of angle 2, so I need to subtract 51 to both sides. So 90 minus 51 is 39 degrees, which is equal to the measure of angle 2. So I found one measure. Now I need to find the missing angle for 1. Well, let's look here. This measure of angle 2 is now 39 degrees. Remember before, all triangles add up to be 180 degrees. So I know the measure of angle 1, in this case, plus the measure of angle 2, plus the measure of angle SRQ is equal to 180 degrees. The measure of angle 1 we still do not know, so I'm going to leave that, plus the measure of angle 2, well, we know that to be 39, let's substitute that in, plus measure of angle SRQ. SRQ is 33 degrees, which is equal to 180 degrees. Alright, let's continue simplifying this. The measure of angle 1 plus, and 39 plus 33, which is 72 degrees, is equal to 180 degrees. I'm not finished yet. We need to continue to get this by itself, so minus 72 to both sides. The measure of angle The measure of angle 1 is equal to 180 minus 72, which is 108 degrees. So now you found the measure of both of your angles. And that's it.